Have you ever went back and forth with yourself trying to figure out what to cook for dinner? You want something quick and easy, but you also want something that's different? That was my dilemma this week, y'all. I knew that I didn't want chicken. I definitely did not want any beef. We can't have fish because of allergies, so that left me with pork chops, and that's exactly what I'm cooking today. Some herb butter pork chops. Now my next dilemma was trying to figure out what side items to go with these pork chops. I was determined not to make mac and cheese, collard greens, or green beans because those are my default side items. I wanted to try something different. And the different thing that I cooked this week is cheddar and broccoli casserole. I don't think I've only cooked that once in my life, so this will be the second time I've made this casserole. It's different from something that I normally cook, and I think my family will love it. We'll find out. They've never had it because I think the last time I cooked it was before I had kids. So they are about to find out what this broccoli casserole is about. So today I'm going to show you how to turn those I don't know what to cook today meals into a delicious dinner your whole family will love. Oh, and stick around because Jordan is going to give his review at the end. All right, y'all, let's start with the pork chops. They have been freshly washed, and I'm rubbing some olive oil all over the front and back. Now, you don't want to skip this step because that's what helps lock in that flavor, and that's what helps the seasonings to stick. Now, for the seasonings, I'm keeping it simple and flavorful. I'm using salt, pepper, sage, and smoked paprika. I'm also using a little dried rosemary. You don't need a lot of expensive or hard to find ingredients to make good food. You just have to know how to season it right. Now, when it comes to choosing pork chops, you want to look for a nice pink color. Bone-in pork chops usually have more flavor, but if boneless is cheaper that week, child, don't overthink it. Get what fits your budget and make it work. Did I mention this meal is budget friendly? Y'all, these pork chops were on sale at Jovi's for $4.92 for the whole family pack. Now, you know, at any other store that would have cost at least $9 or $10 or maybe even more. A lot of us are really feeling it these days. Grocery prices keep going up, but these paychecks are staying the same. Now, how many of you can relate to this? You walk into the store with the plan and walk out wondering where in the world did your money go? That's why I always tell people, when you see meat on sale, grab it. If you can, buy an extra pack and freeze it for later. The decisions you make today will come in handy when money is not flowing. So when it comes to saving money, stretching your groceries, buying what's on sale, turning affordable cuts of meat into something that feels special at the dinner table will get you through these tough times. But y'all, back to these pork chops. In order to level these up, I added some butter and sprinkled rosemary on top, and that's what made the herb butter portion of the herb butter pork chops. And this is how they turned out.
Sin City was a mafia.
Next up is the cheddar broccoli and rice casserole, a classic cozy side dish, or it could be a main dish. I'm starting with the rice, and I'm going to give it some extra flavor. I'm adding 3/4 teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon of onion powder, and a half teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm following the instructions on the back of the rice package, and this is where I would normally add chicken stock instead of water, but since I'm already adding seasonings, I'm just using plain water this time. We don't want this to end up too salty. Now let me know how many of y'all rinse your rice before cooking it. I remember watching my mom rinse hers, and it always reminded me of when she'd wash them collard greens. It felt like she'd be at that sink for ever. But there's a good reason for it. Rinsing your rice helps remove that extra starch that can make it gummy or sticky. I'm adding chicken to my casserole, and you already know it's going to be seasoned up just right. I've got 1 teaspoon of seasoning salt, a half teaspoon of black pepper, a half teaspoon of garlic powder, a half teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Now, by adding chicken, we're turning this side dish into a full meal. This right here is what I call true comfort food. But But let me tell y'all something. Back when my kids were younger, casseroles used to be my go-to meals when the budget was tight. I could stretch one dish for 2 or even 3 meals. Like day 1, we would eat it fresh out the oven. Day 2, I'd reheat it and serve it with some garlic toast to switch it up. And by day 3, I'd take whatever was left and pair it with baked chicken or fried pork chops. And then I'll add another side to make it feel like a whole new meal. But when you season casseroles just right, it builds layers of flavor and it becomes that dish your family actually looks forward to. Even though we were on a tight budget, those casserole dishes were the one thing my kids would ask for all of the time. So if you're tired of running out of dinner ideas, this kind of meal is perfect for you. Now that the chicken's all seasoned up, I'm gonna go ahead and cook it in a little olive oil. And here's a quick tip. Always let your skillet warm before adding the oil. When the pan is hot first, it helps the chicken sear nicely and lock in all that flavor without sticking. Once it's all cooked through, I set it aside and let it rest for a few minutes before cutting it up. That helps keep it juicy and tender instead of dry. And listen, if you're on a tight budget, you can skip the chicken altogether, use canned chicken, or even swap it for turkey. All are great affordable options that still bring flavor to your dish. And if you've got a Walmart nearby that sells rotisserie chickens for $1.50 like mine, that's a win. Just shred that chicken up and save yourself the extra step of cooking. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to keep it simple, flavorful, and budget friendly. I've got the rice and chicken all mixed together, and now it's time to add the broccoli. I took the shortcut and used frozen broccoli because listen, use what works for you. Fresh or frozen, it's all gonna taste good in the end. I'm adding in 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. I actually thought about making it from scratch. That's why y'all saw that frozen packet of celery at the beginning, but you know what? I decided to keep it simple. Sometimes shortcuts are necessary, especially when you're cooking for your family after a long day at work. There is no shame in that. As long as it tastes good, that's all that matters. It's not always about doing everything the hard way. Sometimes it's just about getting a good meal on the table. Now I'm adding the cheese, which is my favorite part. I had some pre-shredded sharp cheddar, so I mixed it with some freshly grated Kobe Jack. And since sharp cheddar has that strong flavor, you don't need a lot of it. A little goes a long way. It's little tips like these that help me stretch ingredients, because one thing is for sure, these grocery prices are steadily rising. When times are tough, don't give up. Look at what you already have, use it wisely, and get creative. Every meal you make with love, even a simple casserole, is a victory. You're feeding your family and showing up for them, and that's what matters most. So as we top this casserole with cheese and get it ready for the oven, remember, you can do this. You can cook, you can stretch your groceries, and still make meals that bring comfort to your family, even when times are tight. For dessert, I'm making peach dumplings, a recipe that's really close to my heart, y'all. I learned it from my grandma and my mom. After my grandma passed, every time we had a family dinner, my cousins would ask my mom to make it because hers came the closest to my grandma's version. Now that they're both gone, I get to carry on that tradition and bring it to our family dinners. And let me tell you, my family absolutely loves it. I don't make it all the time, but when I do, they all get excited. And the funny thing is, I don't really measure anything. My grandma and mom taught me how to cook by taste, by feel, and most importantly, by heart. And I've come to appreciate that because it's taught me how to cook other dishes the same way, like trusting my instincts, tasting as I go, and really cooking from the soul. That's what this dessert is all about for me. It's more than peaches and dough. It's love, it's tradition, and it's a way for me to nurture my family from the heart. Every bite carries a little bit of history and warmth of being in grandma's kitchen, and that's what makes this dish so special. This is a real-time look at what it means to taste as you go. You'll see me adding a little more seasoning here and there until it's exactly how I want it. That's such an important part of cooking, y'all. Tasting along the way helps you build flavor, it balances the seasoning, and it helps you to really understand what your food needs. Now, here's a quick tip. Add a little at a time. You can always add more, but you cannot take it away. And most importantly, trust your taste buds. That's how you learn to cook with confidence and make every dish your own. Now, let's eat, y'all.
Hello, viewers! Welcome to an episode of Jordan's Reviews. I'm in costume, of course. I'm the, y'all know who it is, Beetlejuice. Yeah, you know, I summon myself. Today I dressed up, got festive. It's Halloween, guys. You know, I gotta represent. I'm Halloween all year, and I'll be danged if I don't dress up on some videos on Halloween. I hope this video gets you up on Halloween. I think it'll get you up on Halloween, but it's been a minute. It has been a small minute. I don't think it's been too long. I think it's just been a little, maybe a few days, but I'm great to see y'all. Y'all great to see me. How y'all doing, y'all? You know, how are y'all doing? I forget to ask that. I hope y'all having I'll be saying that. Great day, night, whatever it is. I'm rambling. I probably should get to the food. But I hope y'all, let me know how y'all doing down below in the comment section. Let's turn our attention to the food. Let me tell you, I just walked through that fork almost hit the floor. That would have been tragic. Anywho, what we have here, let me tell you, I walked through that door, just got off work, I'm like, something smells delicious. I had to, this is all, I walked through the door and with this is the dinner? Y'all, I'm sorry, I might just gotta eat this all now. But that ain't all. Besides this fine, what do we call this? Like a pork chop, little steak?
Yeah, pork chop.
Pork chop, we got the peas, then we got, what is that delicious cheesy,
Cheddar, broccoli, and rice.
Cheddar, broccoli, and rice. Okay, and I see, yeah. Cheddar, broccoli, and rice. What a hit of chicken. Anywho, okay. But that ain't all. It's just, I ain't gonna eat you yet. Calm down. Hold your horses. We got a beef. That's hot. God,
It's
no.
hot.
Golly. When did you make this?
I literally made that about, what, 40 minutes ago?
I
And
don't believe it.
hot.
It's still steaming up, burning my darn hands. But it's peach dumplings. I'm gonna enjoy that. Now that we know what we're eating today, yo, I'm starving. I'm about to, you know, we just gonna jump right into it, and I'm gonna give the ratings, of course. Now, usually I'll be saying, eat your veggies, eat your, you know. I still stand by that, kids. Eat your veggies. And fruits, etc., etc. And here we go. Pretty good. Yeah. Healthy for you and delicious. Okay, now y'all would think I'm gonna bounce over to that, but this looks like the start of the show music for the day. So I'm gonna jump from hoo-ha to jump from there to there. A little pint-sized bite, you know. Now I ate it, God dang, that is chewy. Deliciousness, but in a chewy format. That is what that was. Now, on to this cheesy broccoli. Hang on. You never had broccoli that good with rice? Oh yeah. And cheese. That's it right there. The whole plate, that right there. Solid. That's all the, hold up. I'm over here about to rate it. Hold on.
It's showtime.
It was amazing. That's what I meant to say. It was great. Fantastic. That right there is words. I'm at a loss for words. Mommy always have me at a loss for words how good. I be thinking You can't make something better than this. And then you one up me. So I think of all these videos, my favorite meal has got to be that red velvet
Trifle.
creation.
Red velvet trifle.
The red velvet trifle. That has got to be my favorite thing on the entirety of George's Reviews. Favorite thing and dessert. Now, if I were to choose a food, I guess I would have to go with the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese balls. Now, I wouldn't say that's healthy for you, but I enjoyed it. Sorry, right out the way. We ain't done here. Don't move yet. Hang on. We still gotta get this piping hot peach dumplings. Okay. Light tap. I didn't burn my mouth. Okay. Delicious, obviously. 10 out of no. I'll give it a 400 million out of 10. 400 million. That's what I said, right? That's the 6 million. I backtrack on what I just said. 6 million out of 10. That is what this peach dumplings, of course. The peas, pork chop, and okay. My favorite thing out of everything here is peach dumplings is great, by the way. Sweet, delicious. I'm sobbing. But this, the broccoli cheese with a hit of chicken, it was absolutely amazing. And I believe that's all. So, with all that being said, viewers, wait a second. If y'all know it, you know what? Y'all know what to do. I don't gotta say it. Y'all already know. That's why I like y'all. So I hope y'all have a great day, night, whatever time the video finds you. I'm feeling hungry, and I'm quite excited to finish the rest of this meal. So if y'all excuse me, big bag attack, and I'll catch y'all the next one.
Well, there you have it. 6 million out of 10. Jordan loved it. But did y'all hear him low-key roast my pork chops, talking about how chewy they were? That's real life feedback right there. But to tell the truth, that's what I love about cooking for my family, y'all. Every meal does not have to be perfect as long as they are fed and happy. If tonight's dinner reminded you that you can make a full meal without going over budget and without stressing out, then my work here is done. I hope this video gave you some ideas on what to cook, some encouragement just to start where you are. Use what you got, season it well, and make it your own. Let the kitchen be your playground, because that's where we are going to play and learn how to cook together, y'all. I hope you all have an amazing day, and we will chit chat in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.